Hello, everybody. I am Zargram Xanders, Magician Extraordinaire, and I want to welcome you all back to my studio. We are going to be continuing Amnesia, The Dark Descent today. I wish I could stream more often, more frequently, but I do what I can. Anywho, later this week we'll be doing Twitch Plays D&D on Thursday, and Really? 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 Seriously? Really? As soon as we start, you do that. I hope you're proud of yourself, Emo. I hope you're proud of yourself. Why don't we just get to the game? Every time. Hi, Brown Wolf. Welcome in. Welcome. We're going to be continuing Amnesia today. But yeah, I was thinking about it, and it doesn't make sense why we have to keep using tinderboxes to make a new flame every time when anyone who's ever used candles can tell you that all the candles we keep finding, you could just open up the lantern that you got and just light everything that way. And on top of that, you could daisy chain the candles and carry a candle with you to light more candles. A core mechanic of this game has a really big logical fallacy right there, because everything the character needs to fix it is right there. So, it's not even explained why it doesn't work. I don't know. I feel like, I'm in a video game where you have to get past this gate. It's a scary gate, but the gate's 2 inches tall, and the character's 6 feet tall, and the character could just step over the gate. But nope, we gotta do the thing. Press the button to get through the 2-inch gate. I don't know. I feel a little bit silly. I guess this person this POV character in the game isn't exactly the most intelligent of protagonists, but then again, he's a scholar, so it doesn't. I guess they're high intelligence, low wisdom. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna continue. Those levels might be a bit high. Let me turn... Oh, wait. I can actually probably adjust the volume in here. A lot of modern games do that. There we go. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is like this. In this game, the mechanic of being inside of darkness makes you lose your mind. Okay, cool. I get it. It's like severe nyctophobia. Or like there's this evil eldritch abomination. It's all Lovecrafty. It's all scary. Okay, cool. You got me. I'm on board with you. I'm on board with that. That's awesome. Cool. We got some like eldritch abominations. We got this evil guy with a castle. Okay. Awesome. So you gotta be in the light to stay sane. Okay, I understand. We carry around a lantern. Lanterns open so that you can light the wick on the inside. We have at least one tinderbox, so we can light our... Wait a minute, how are we relighting our lantern every time if we don't have a tinderbox to do it? What? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, but that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make is this. If we light one candle, we light all the candles, because we can just pick up the candle, take it with us, and use it to light other candles. We don't need to rely on tinderboxes. It doesn't make sense. This is a constraining factor that I don't understand. Why are we scrounging for tinderboxes when we could either light them from our lantern, which we can get more oil from. Okay, I can get behind the oil. or we can just use our other lit things and pick them up and use them to light other things. It's so the thing I mean here is, it's like being in a video game where there's a 2-inch high fence with a 2-inch wide gate, and your character's like, oh man, we can't get through this gate, and your character's like 6 feet tall, and your character is looking at this 2-inch high gate and a 2-inch high fence. It's like, oh man, we gotta go do a whole bunch of stuff to unlock this gate. Oh man, this is such an obstacle to me. There's nothing I can do about this. Oh boy. That's what this feels like to me. Like, we're playing a very unintelligent person. Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, plasma is a state of matter, absolutely. My point is that why do we need to use tinderboxes every time we want to light something? Why can't we propagate flames from our lantern or from other things we've already lit? The logic does not track. This is a relatively grounded horror thing. We're in Prussia in the 1800s. Okay, I'm with you there. We got strange magic dug up in Algeria, I think? Somewhere. Okay, just like The Exorcist. Okay, cool. So why do we need to use tinderboxes every time we want to light something? And why are they consumed in the process? And why can't we just... It doesn't make sense. I'm whining. I'm complaining. I'll just... Okay. We'll just continue. It's ludo-narrative dissonance, you know? It doesn't make any sense for it to be this way. Even by the logic of the game itself. Hey, they at least remind you about the controls in case it's been a while since you last played. I can get with that. There we go. Alright, we got some... Alright. I gotta get to... I don't know. That's my point, Emo. That's my point. I just... It doesn't add up. Logically. Within the bounds of the world itself. Alright, we'll just light this as a home base. See, I have a lit lantern right here. If I swing it, I can see it. It's one of those glass lanterns that you can open up. Oh god! It's stairs! Ah! It's so scary stairs! Now what? Well, right back at you, buddy. Maybe I can pulse this thing. Madagascar hissing cockroach that's doing its hissing thing. Ah! God damn it, stop it.
There should be more coop rack.
Artificial vitae, the former compounds lacked in the potency. So he's doing alchemy.
Let me see. And one part aqua force.
Why am I shaking? Oh my god! Oh my god, that's funny. Oh my god. So, this scientist went insane because they didn't have a ventilated laboratory. Oh yeah, man, I'm huffing these alchemy fumes, bro. I'm seeing squid people. Oh my god. That undercuts so much of the horror. Hey, it's just like the Haunted Palace. Oh. I'll take one of those. Funnily enough, the movie The Haunted Palace with Vincent Price actually does have, like, it's actually based on a Lovecraft story. It's not a very good movie, though. Alright. Alright. I need to think. Alright. Okay, we got some tinderboxes. Let's see our notes. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, sip some of my tea while I drink this. Or while I read this. My third attempt to produce artificial vitae. Artificial life. Okay. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I think I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are given. Oh, of course. Calamine, you want to make sure that whatever it is going to be comfortable. And that it's going to be nice and soothed by the calamine. Yeah, totally. And are given, and the cuprite binds them well. Isn't cuprite a word for copper? What the hell? What is cuprite? Cuprite is a copper oxide mineral, often called ruby copper. Whatever. Alright, if you insist. This time I will attempt Aqua Regia, the water of life, instead of Aqua Fortis, a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid, and the solution is highly acid, not highly acidic, highly acid, and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Ha! You made soap. Organic tissues react especially violently to the solution. Oh. And should be handled with the greatest care. I may be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I'll find it out. Okay, so it's a biocide. Alright, let's go back to the lab. Alright, let's light this one up. There. Oh, maybe we'll get... Haha. Why is everything shaking? Now what? One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I'm able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better with you than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. Okay, buddy. Wait! That was weird. I'm gonna spend some time near this thing, so I'm gonna lose a tinderbox on this. What do you mean? I have 4 different camp. Now what? These scares aren't fun or scary. They're just annoying. Alright. Oh, I think I heard someone. No, 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 no. And the stairs collapsed. Fantastic. Alright, let's think. Okay. We got, you gotta be kidding me. Now what? Oh, buddy. Right, okay. Like that? Well, what kind of container do you want? Like one of these? Like one of these, maybe? Come on. That is a container. Come on. Let me take it. Let me grab the It won't let me grab the stupid thing. Well, what am I supposed to do? Well, what else is there? Is it one of these? Oh, I don't understand. I don't understand it. I'm frustrated and annoyed. Yeah, I'm not seeing another one of these containers. Let's go back up and see if there's anything. I guess a ball? I don't even know if that's gonna work, but I'll try it. Come on, knock it over in. All right. That is a container! Oh my god. I have tried this thing. I have tried a separate thing. I'm not even scared, I'm just annoyed. Maybe it's one of these things. I'm actually kind of pissed off right now. Hey, Spiper, welcome in. We're playing more Amnesia today, and for some reason, this jug doesn't count as a container. This thing doesn't count as a container, and we gotta solve the puzzle with container. Even this bowl doesn't count as a container. So, I don't know what I'm missing here. Let's try it with one of those. Containers are an odious concept. Yes, I quite agree. Wait. Oh! Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. All I had to do was this the whole time. Of course. Wait. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Duh. Am I gonna get another whiteout, another blackout, another jump scare? What am I gonna get? Pot of acid! Yay! Hey, the light went out. Now what? Oh, God, what am I gonna do? I have the thing. I can't go back the way I came. Do I... Okay, well, let's go back this way. Hey, I got another oil. Alright, let's try this one. No, okay, let's try over here. Cannot use this item this way. No object to use item on. What is going on here? Is there another hole I'm missing? Is there... No? I don't understand it. I'm annoyed. Is this a platforming puzzle? Is that what this is? If I hold down the run button and try this... I don't know. What? Do I do it here? Am I stuck down here? I just don't get it. Is there something on the ground? Can I move any of these boulders? I just... Am I trapped? I can't be soft locked. I can't get up these stairs. And I can't, there's nothing else to do in there. Oh, I have an idea. What if I do this? No. God dang it, now what? I'm getting annoyed and frustrated. It won't work on this. No object to use this item. No. Cannot use this item this way. Oh my god. What am I doing wrong? Am I missing something obvious? Oh, I'm annoyed. Okay, I'm gonna check what I've learned so far. Okay. Right, I've done all that. Find a way to climb back up. Well, I could use these boxes. I could just do it this way. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. That's odd. This must be Havoc. That was weird. Alright, so the game wants you to mess around with the physics engine to get stuff done. Okay. I can do that. We can play blocks. Yeah. Now it's braced against the ground. And we're free. Alright. Odd, but okay. Strange. Oh, wait! Why? Alright, we're making progress. This game's a little bit frustrating. That's bad. Oh, god damn it.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Ah! Animate. Okay, we're gonna get a monster so we can actually get killed now. Alright, we need something to help us. No. Yes. Aha! Okay, we need a base, so we'll light that as our base for now.
June, 1839.
Oh, I interrupted
It's been
the scare.
more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there...
Oh, that's a trap. Forcing you to crouch. What do we have here? Too heavy to lift by hand, you say? Oh, a pulley. Fine, fine. I'll do more physics manipulation. Oh, they're gonna jump scare me the moment I go down there. Okay, well, we got through that. I don't know if I'm enjoying this game. Hey, what the hell? I think the game heard me. Ooh, water. Holy crap! I think I'm dead. Oh, shit. I'm dead. Okay. That's an odious concept, too. Okay. Get the fuck up there! Why won't it let me actually... Yeah, I need to think. Okay. Oh, I gotta carry one of the boxes with me. Okay. You know, I gotta be real. I don't know if I'm enjoying this. I like doing Twitch Plays D&D, and I mean, puzzle games are cool. But I don't know if I'm enjoying this. This game just feels kind of... I don't know. I think I know what the puzzle is, though. Wait, no. Maybe I can make a run for it. Oh. Hi, buddy. Woohoo! Gate. This is like those Minecraft obstacle courses. Hang on. Alright. The floor is lava. Hey, look. Hey, buddy. What was that? Nah, nothing. I don't know. I'm not enjoying this game as much. It just feels. Yep, hey, buddy. Aha! That's what we missed. Any goodies in here for me? Nah, just a monster. Whatever. Is that a timer? I guess this feels a bit tedious. I don't really feel scared. I just feel... whatever. Alright. I've played Jak and... I've played Jak and Daxter. I know how to platform. Yeah, the music is scary, but it's not that bad. Oh, there's another one. Well, we got through it. I don't know. This isn't scary to me. It's just like, eh. I don't know, it just feels silly. I mean, I know it's certainly trying to be scary, but it's just... Oh, I gotta make my own? Okay. I gotta pee. Hey, how do you, throw again? I don't know. Well, we can make a mole. Damn it. Hey! That's weird. Hey, why do you get to move the crate I'm standing on and I don't? Hey! You jerk. Hey, oh come on! A jackass. And this music just... Yeah, okay, it's kind of scary, it's tense and everything like that. I getcha, I getcha. But, I don't know, it's just like, yeah, I understand. Scary monster, thalassophobia, yeah. Why is it floating that way? Hey! Come on! Dude, activate the thing. Why is it... Oh, come on. Is it too... Alright, this way. What a pain. Mad dash. Oh, fuck! It's not one of those doors, it's the other kind. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god, I hate this. I'm not even scared. I'm just tired. Alright, and I can't even push off. Whatever. Oh, you bastard! Oh, no. Fuck you. Get the fuck back where I put you. God damn it. You're such... Okay, this monster is a fucking troll. This section is dumb. I don't like it. Ah, shit! Hey, that was kind of worth it. Hey, what the fuck? I was standing... I was standing on the boxes. I'm getting mad now. I'm actually getting upset now. God dang it. And I have to do all that over again. stretch. Yeah, I will stretch. Oh, jeez. This is actually starting to piss me off. I'm not enjoying this. This is just... I don't know if I want to continue. This is just getting annoying. I think I had more fun playing Portal than this. Oh no, did I lose all my lantern oil? It's about the same. I used up one of my healing things? I thought it was a distraction. Oh, I see it now. Oh, it kept... Okay, it kind of kept my progress. Kind of didn't. Can I move this crate? I can't move that crate. Hey, where are the rest of the boxes I need? Okay, you can't cheese it. I don't want to play this anymore. This is boring. It's not scaring me. It's just tedious. I hate that it can move the boxes around. Well, push one closer to me, so that's not nothing. Don't you do it. Hey! Hey! Why? Okay, if this is so physics-based, then why is it that I don't push the box down? Answer me that. God damn it. Unbelievable. Hey, no, oh, you little bastard. Oh, come on! Fucking... Hang on a second. Really? Oh, use flesh as a distraction. Horror games. What would you say the point of them is? To be scary. And I'm not scared. This isn't scaring me. This is just annoying me. I don't know. I'm trying to do this because it's October. I figured, okay, this is supposed to be one of the scariest games ever made. Okay, cool. So I'll play it because I want to be festive and stuff. But this isn't scaring me. This is just tedious. Whatever. I'll try to power through if I can. Come on, let me grab it. Okay. So the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Jump here. Okay. Jump there. No, no! Let me on it. There we go. There we go. I think we're cooking. The other 2 boxes stayed in here. No wonder. Oh, god damn it. And it opens inward. Thank you. Thank you, map designer. Thank you. A bucket brigade bridge. Well, it's a relay bridge is, I guess, the better term for it. God dang it. That makes immersion super important. What makes immersion super important? Being scary? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not immersed. Oh. It's locked with a simple lock. Oh, come on. You need more than just a single thing for, you need a wrench and a pick. You can't just... I don't know. This isn't scaring me, guys. This is just... I mean, I think this game used to be the most scary, but gamers and streamers have gotten desensitized. I guess. I've never played a horror game before, to be honest. And I don't know, it's not scaring me. Hell, I can go through haunted houses and they're just not scary to me. I can watch horror movies and they're not scary to me. I don't know. I mean, we've only been at it. I've watched a few of them. I've watched like Markiplier's things for his let's play this with like things like Five Nights at Freddy's and things like the Security Breach. I've seen other stuff too. Yeah. I didn't seem to hate them, but I didn't, their commentary made them interesting to me. Oh. Oh. There it is. There it is. That's the problem. The games themselves aren't interesting to me. The commentary is. What was I thinking? There it is, chat. There it is. I mean, this game just doesn't feel... I don't know. I don't feel excited about this because the very thing that is the constraining factor doesn't make sense. And because we could easily bypass it if we used the things that we actually have in the way that they actually function. And the monster is, okay, like a zombie. Okay, a monster we can't see. Okay, that's kind of scary. But I'm not feeling it. I just know that, oh, yeah, that's scary. I'm not feeling scared. Looks not like I did when I was a kid. Wow, am I so numb as an adult to this stuff that the limitations break immersion? But yeah, like Sniper, like I was telling Chad earlier, we have a lantern, and we see candles and torches and stuff like that. Why do we need to use a tinderbox to light everything we see? Why can't we just use the lantern to light stuff? And then use the things we've already lit to light each other? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I mean, it's gross with all this, Zerg stuff in the way. Oh, god damn it! See? Is this a chase sequence? Come on, tip. Yes! No! Yes! No! Come on. That's what I want. Like that. Hey, why are you attacking me? I'm on the fucking barrel! Oh. Okay, I'm getting mad. Fine. Ah, this is annoying! I hate this. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. I hate this, this is stressful, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Am I almost done? Ugh, I hate this. This is just Escape Artist. Oh, it's over. We did it. Yeah, I am not having fun. I hope you guys are having fun watching me, though. I hope you guys are having a good time with stream. I mean, how are you guys feeling? What's this? Well, that's interesting. Is this a... Oh, you're doing that just to mock me. After what we just went through. Why does this feel like Luigi's Mansion style of progression?
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
They clearly want me to take the elevator, but I'm... This is boring. I mean, it's stressful, but it's not engaging. Okay, we got several rooms, and we got this elevator. So we reached Area 2. This is just so... I don't like these puzzles. I like Mist's puzzles. These puzzles just feel like you're fiddling with a janky physics engine. Oh, so we can go this way now. The music's nice. We got several places to choose from. You know, I never finished Half-Life 2. I couldn't get through it. I got bored. But yeah, that just shows how I am with classical first-person games. Is I literally got bored playing Half-Life 2. I don't remember why. I think it was like something with a sewers part or whatever, or like after a sewer chase. I'm like, okay. I just put it down and I just never picked it up again. So what part should I go to next? We have guest room, study, storage, and the elevator. Oh, there's also, oh no, this is... Okay, machine room is locked. Alright. Maybe the study? I don't know. Is there anyone creepy in here? Okay. To my most trusted student and friend, John Weyer. The most remarkable thing has happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for. Ponder your orb, chat. Ponder your orb. The last 20-odd years. It is inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. Okay. It was as it was told about. An underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradise captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Aldstadt. So, Alt City is what that means. Investigating one of the antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern, I went inside and suddenly found suddenly I could verify the truth of these ignorant artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life. But it was also has also become my greatest fear. As I was entering the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did the best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me and baying loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. Oh, that's really scary, guys. Men fishing. I tried to warn them as I passed, but unfortunately they remained as I continued my escape. Oh. When I heard their cry of pain echoing out, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder. The ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as the pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but you're a Victorian male. You pass out if something confuses you. But I had been carried miles away by across the Alps to the grassy field outside Genoa. The guardian had taken the orb from me, but I think until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident until now. Last time we spoke to you about, you told me about your interest in ongoing research into the mythic orbs. I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Altstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Any other goodies? Nope. And nope. Use the lantern to light these things, you stupid guy. This is a fixable problem for you, you stupid guy. Oh my god, you are a dunderhead. Use the lantern to light those candles, you big dunderhead. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, we need a base of operations. Well, we have some light here, so, okay. Is it violent flashback? Oh, is this guy into fucking phrenology? Oh, what a crack. What a quack.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
So he's not only evil, he's also sloppy, and he's lazy. This guy sucks. He sucks in, like, every sense of the way. I should have sharpened my tools. Like, this guy sucks. You didn't even come prepared for the vivisection. By the way, vivisections are dumb anyway. If this were Resident Evil, I'd be able to save here. Are the mannequins the bad guys in this one? Oh. Further disappointment, the antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I am still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject. Maybe you're just crazy, dude. but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill the void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. Right, whatever. Oh, you got skulls. So he did vivisect humans anyway. Whatever. Yep, we're good. We're good. The dude's just a wimp. How is it preserved in there? How is it not, like, absolutely rotting and desiccated and stuff like that? That doesn't make sense. Oh, we have a dog head. Whatever. Was that autosave? Okay. Time to go. Well, okay. Did we learn anything of value here? He killed humans. I don't know, I'm getting kind of bored. I mean, the story seems okay. What's the significance of this fountain, though? I don't know, chat, what do you think? Legs of a human. That's dumb. We did the study. What's over here again? I forget, what is this? Also, the layout of this... Yeah, I guess it is kind of creepy. It's more of a grotesque. Because, you know, it's like a chimera with all these things combined and stuff. It's like, oh, how could that be? It must be a horrible abomination of science. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Guest room. You know, I probably should have played in Subnautica because I have a little bit of thalassophobia. It definitely goes more for horror than terror. I mean, yeah. Except I don't really feel scared. I just feel like, oh, there's a monster, let's avoid that. I'm not feeling the fear. I'm just not. Is it just me, guys? Is this a me problem? Hell, is this a skill issue and I don't know it? I mean, why am I not afraid? Like, I might be, you know, nervous about, like, being chased by monsters. Okay, yeah, that's stressful. But I'm not like, oh my god, yeah, ah! I'm not, like, freaking out, you know? Wow. Hey, Tarth. I'm just talking to chat here because I'm playing this game and I'm just not scared. Like, being chased by the monster... Yeah, we found the baby fountain. It's no big deal. Yuri says, I'm sure other streamers have played up the fear part of it. Yeah, it's not scary. Oh, we see a fountain with a baby's head connected to a giant centipede body and a woman's legs. Whatever. If you've seen John Carpenter's The Thing, that's not scary to you. If you see stuff like you know, Eldritch Abominations, that kind of stuff doesn't bother you anymore. Hell, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I have watched surgeries, like spinal fusion surgeries, for fun, and it does nothing to me. Taxes? Taxes are tedious. I literally used to work as an accountant. I literally used to do it as an accountant. I know how to manually do them. It's tedious, it's boring, but it's not scary. And if you have a guide and you know what you're doing, it's not that big a deal. And for most people, their tax forms are actually not that difficult to do. It's only when you start getting, it's only like taxes for rich people, that is much more complicated because there's a bunch of other ways they have to move the money around, or they have pre-taxes and things like that. It's all kinds of weird stuff. It sounds like I'm not built for these kinds of games. You know who's built for these? Tricky Wee. She's more easily scared by spiders and stuff like that. I think I probably should have played a game like Subnautica, because I've got, you know what? I have an idea, chat. We're gonna take a field trip from this game just a little bit, and I am going to see what actually, yeah. Well, I don't like spiders, but I can play Skyrim and beat up frostbite spiders. I don't like thalassophobia, but I can look at stuff that is thalassophobic. You know what that scares me a lot these days? The news. Current events. That instills more dread in me than... I've been watching a lot of horror movies this October. None of them really bother or scare me. Maybe a jump scare once in a while. But they don't really bother. They don't really scare me. At least not like, when I was a little kid when I'd see Count Yorga the Death Master. Or the first time I saw, parts of The Thing. But now, it's like, okay, whatever. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to go look on YouTube, and I'm going to see if I can find something thalassophobic and see if I can get a fear response out of myself. Like, I've even gone to, websites that I won't name, and I've seen, industrial accidents where people get, pureed by machinery. And I don't feel anything when I see that. It's like, oh, okay, they're dead now. Gore doesn't scare me. It just doesn't. Body horror doesn't scare me. Eldritch stuff doesn't scare me. I don't know. Here, let's look at thalassophobia stuff. Maybe I can find a game that's more Okay. You know what I had when I was a kid? When I was a little kid, I had debilitating, what's the word? Pyrophobia. Because we had a house fire. And for a while, I was actually absolutely terrified of fire. Even a candle flame was enough to scare me. But eventually I just started getting over that. My parents did a lot of exposure therapy on me. Let's see if this is any good. Well, that was when I was 7. I don't know. I'll try to... Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a field trip over to YouTube. I'm going to hide Anisha for a bit. We're going to take a little break. Yuri says, I think when I was younger, I wasn't afraid of horror movies. I was just... Well, Tarth, you don't understand. I got over my pyrophobia. So I'm not really scared of fire now. I can watch Backdraft and not feel anything. Oh, most movies don't make me feel much of anything. But, here. Let's go there. Let's open up this thalassophobia. And see if this does anything for me. I can watch things with horror, haunted houses and stuff like that. And it's just eh. Because it doesn't make sense to be there. Anyway, this is something about, Oh. Hang on. There we go. Let's try that. Maybe that'll... Here we go. Oh, that's so cool! The Manta Ray's schooling. That's awesome. I love it. Wow, that's a great shot. I love it. That's so cool. Okay, that bugs me a bit. That bothers me. The idea of being trapped in a sinking ship. I don't like that. That's just that's just a shipwreck. Whoop-de-doo. Wow! That's so cool. A whale came up that close to your boat. Actually, that could be dangerous. Sharks. Okay, whatever. Oh, that's not... Oh, that's actually kind of disturbing. But that's like beneath an oil rig. That's bugging me a bit. That's just an underwater plane. Hey, fun fact, chat. Fun fact. There are more planes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky. Check the game Fear and Hunger. Here, I'll open it in a new window. Alright, let's look at what he's talking about. Fear and Hunger. Oh, it's like it works by like Earthbound combat. But isn't this just making the the horror game even less immersive now? I don't know. What am I looking at here? How is that possible? It must be something having to do with the perspective in the rocks. Maybe the rocks are jutting up at an angle. That is bizarre. Has anyone ever invented a vehicle that both flies and goes underwater? Yes, they have. And they suck at doing both. I can pull up a video of that, actually. Hang on a second. Or, let's see here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a video here about flying submarines. I'll play that after this one. But yes, there are flying submarines, and they suck at flying, and they suck at being a submarine. That's the problem. That's a little creepy. Okay, I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling that. That's just a wave, buddy. They do that, especially like the North Shore of Hawaii. Ooh, okay, that is kind of scary. Okay, I feel that one. That's just a lake, buddy. I mean, it kind of encapsulates the idea of thalassophobia, though. Oh, wow. That's kind of creepy. A school chair underwater. Someone put that there just on purpose. And it's even right side up. It's just a propeller. You know what really does scare me, though? No, that doesn't do it either. The Lake Bed Temple boss fight in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That boss fight is so thalassophobic at the very start when you're descending into a big, dark, watery room. That does bother me. You never seen that one? I'll show you after this one. Oh, cool. We got some basalt rock formations here. That's kind of cool. I'm sorry. Is this supposed to be scary? This is an ocean shot with an oil rig. Big deal. Big whoop-de-doo. Is that a goblin shark? They have like those like, you know, protractable or you know, movable gums. I think it's a goblin shark. Oh, that's it. Okay, well. Okay. I think it's submechanophobia. The fear of underwater machines. Here, I'm gonna load up. Okay, so wait. Okay. Okay. Um Lake Bed Temple boss fight morph eel no commentary. Alright. Boom. Boom. Wait, am I... Which YouTube channel am I on? Or... Maybe we can get a better, Ew. That is not a good video quality for that. Oh, crud. It's being weird. Hang on. That's a cruddy quality. No. Okay, this might do the trick. This might do the trick. This looks HD. So this might actually, you know, be able to be visible by you guys. Alright. So I'm going to just show you just a little bit of this. Boom. Wait. Oh, well, I forgot to turn off my notifications on Discord. Anyway, okay. Transition. This is the boss of the Lake Bed Temple in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So it has a pretty good setup, after which it gets a little bit anticlimactic. Now, you drop in. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Seeking into a big empty room in dark water. Oh, I hate this. I hate doing this so much. And you don't even land where you land. Yeah, I agree, Spiper. It's kind of like thalassophobia. But now that I'm on the base of the ground, it's not scary anymore because, okay, there's the ground. It's like 50% of the screen. And it's not scary now. But you saw that lead up, right? So, yeah. Not that scary, but anyways, about submarines and planes. Okay, so this is a video I like. This is a YouTube channel I like. We'll watch this one. But about submarines and planes, yes, it has been tried. It kinda works. It's just not, you know. What's the deal,
In the
Simon?
previous video, the surprisingly long and determined effort to create a literal flying tank, we looked at how designers in the 1930s and 40s devoted a considerable amount of time and effort trying to combine two of the 20th century's most revolutionary weapons of war, the tank and the aeroplane. But as ill-conceived and ultimately futile as these projects were, they were far from the strangest attempts to create a hybrid military vehicle. That dubious distinction instead belongs to an improbable series of efforts to mash together the two unlikeliest of vehicles, the airplane and the submarine. It will come as no surprise to regular viewers of this channel that the first nation to tinker with such a vehicular abomination was, of course, the Soviet Union in 1937 while studying at the Dzerzhinsky Naval
Of course, it's the CCCP.
Engineers Academy in St. Petersburg. Soviet engineer Boris Ushakov drafted a technical proposal for a vehicle which could both operate in the air and underwater, featuring thick, stubby wings resembling a manta ray and a pair of floats for takeoff and landing. Ushakov's flying submarine would be powered by three 800-horsepower gasoline engines on the surface and an electric motor underwater.
But how do you seal
speed
it?
of 100 knots in the air and 3 knots submerged. Once the craft landed, the transition
3
from airplane
knots.
to submarine would be accomplished by
Here,
sealing
I'm
off
gonna
the engine
replay
bar.
that.
Once the craft landed, the transition from airplane to submarine would be accomplished by sealing off the engine compartments with retractable metal plates and flooding empty spaces in the wings and floats, causing the aircraft to submerge. The cockpit would also be flooded, forcing the crew to retreat into a watertight compartment, complete with a conning tower and periscope from which the submarine would be controlled. The craft's armament was to be two 18-inch torpedoes.
It's like 100 knots in the air and 3 knots underwater. So it's a very slow plane, and it's a very slow submarine.
Torpedoes mounted under the hull. But what possible use could any navy have for such an outlandish vehicle? Now, as absurd as it might seem, Ushakov's concept actually filled a number of roles that aircraft and submarines of the time just could not. While fast, agile, and able to carry large weapons payloads, aircraft of the 1930s were far from stealthy, a fact which became increasingly relevant with the wide-scale adoption of radar. On the other hand, submarines, while stealthy, were also extremely slow underwater and largely blind, relying on periscopes and hydrophones to track and home in on their targets. Aircraft and submarines were also largely ill-suited to attacking enemy ships in harbour, which were typically defended by extensive anti-aircraft batteries and anti-submarine obstacles like booms and nets. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, there were numerous attempts to solve these tactical shortcomings, such as the development by several nations of midget submarines capable of infiltrating harbours and other protected spaces. This approach was pioneered by the Italian Navy, whose elite Decima Flottiglia MAS unit of combat frogmen used specially designed human torpedoes nicknamed maiali, or pigs, to carry out a series of
Human torpedoes?
daring raids against Allied shipping in Alexandria, Malta, and Gibraltar. The maiali were copied by the British, who dubbed them
Aww, it's a torpedo made for two. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. And a torpedo made for two.
chariots, and along with more conventional midget submarines known as X-craft, used in several unsuccessful attempts to sink German battleship torpedoes at her anchorage in Norway. Japanese Type A Ko-Hayateki's midget submarines participated in the 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor.
I shall call him Mini-Sub. It's quicker than docking. Firing your torpedo is faster than reloading.
And two 1942 attacks on Sydney Harbour and Diego Suarez Harbour in Madagascar, while various German midget submarines like the Neger Seehund.
Okay, look at this picture with this little guy. It's behind the chat window. But, here, I'm going to hide the chat thing so you can see it. Boom. Look at it. You see this little guy. This little guy here has his little head poking out of one of these torpedoes. That's just, I don't know why. That's just adorable to me.
Biber carried out attacks on Allied shipping in the English Channel in the final years of the war. However, none of these vehicles proved as effective as their designers had hoped. For one thing, they had a limited range, requiring them to be carried close to their target, launched, and then retrieved by a larger mother submarine. They were also slow, difficult to control, and despite their small size, easily spotted and engaged by enemy defensive forces. Consequently, the vast majority of midget submarine operators ended in the death or capture of their crews. Another potential solution to the stealth versus speed conundrum was the submarine aircraft carrier. In the 1920s, a number of submarines were built to carry a small reconnaissance float plane and a special watertight hangar behind the conning tower. Once the submarine had surfaced, the aircraft would be removed from its hangar, assembled, and launched using a...
Anyone who has played Ace Combat 5 knows about this. Or no, or was it the Alicorn? No. The Synfaxi and the Hrimfaxi from Ace Combat 5 were underwater aircraft carriers. Yeah.
steam catapult built into the deck. Upon completing its mission, the aircraft would land alongside the submarine and be hoisted aboard using a crane. While both the French Surcouf and British HMS M2 cruiser submarines possessed this capability, the most famous submarine aircraft carriers ever built were the Japanese I-400 class. The largest submarines ever fielded during World War II and the largest ever built until the 1960s, the I-400s were designed to carry and launch 3 Aichi M6A Seiren floatplanes. These were each capable of carrying 900 kilograms of bombs. The Japanese Navy planned to use these unusual weapons to attack the Panama Canal, San Diego, and Aleutian Atoll, but Japan surrendered before any of these plans could be carried out. The 3 completed I-400s were...
If you ever want to have a good laugh, look up weird inventions of World War II. The Germans had weird inventions, the Japanese had weird inventions, everyone did. The US did, the British did, the Soviets did, everyone had bizarre inventions. Everyone was trying everything. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. Were they always good ideas? No. Were they interesting? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Also, I've noticed that no one's actually changed me back to male after all this time. What is it, Yuri? I guess wars give people a chance to fund their wacky ideas. Alright, I got a weapon for you. The Davy Crockett. Oh my god, Yuri, you're right. The Davy Crockett, I thought, was like after World War II. That was like a recoilless rifle that shot a miniature tactical nuke. Just a little nuke, but you had to put it on the back. Yeah, the bat bomb. Oh my god. The thing is, the bat bomb actually worked. Where they put a bunch of incendiary devices to bats who acted as suicide bombers for Japan because Japan had a lot of rice paper and wooden buildings at the time. That actually worked great. But it's also a very... God.
Captured by the Americans, examined, and scuttled to prevent the Soviets from learning their technological secrets. But, as impressive as they were, the I-400 suffered from a fatal flaw. Launching and retrieving aircraft took up to 45 minutes and could only be done while these submarines were on the surface, making them highly vulnerable to detection and attack. Boris Ushkov's flying submarine, on the other hand, neatly solved this problem. The craft could theoretically cover vast distances of ocean at high speeds, allowing it to track down and shadow an enemy fleet. It could then land, submerge, and use the cover of darkness to attack the fleet before stealthily slipping away. The craft was also well suited to infiltrating harbors, able to fly over minefields, anti-submarine nets, and other defenses before landing in the harbor basin, submerging and attacking enemy shipping using torpedoes. Indeed, the Soviet Navy saw sufficient merit in Ushakov's idea to submit his proposal to its scientific research.
This is such a difficult thing to get to work, and even if you succeed, you will probably have to make so many compromises to both the plane and the sub that it won't be good at either of them.
Committee for evaluation. But while the concept made it through 2 rounds of critical evaluations and revisions, it was ultimately rejected as too impractical, and Ushakov's vehicular chimera never made it off the drawing board. But the allure of the flying submarine never truly died, and the following decades would see numerous attempts to resurrect the concept. In 1961, American inventor Donald V. Reed of Ocean Township, New Jersey, cobbled together various discarded aircraft parts to create a working flying submarine, which he rather unimaginatively dubbed the Reed Flying Submarine, or RFS-1. Though far smaller than Ushakov's design at only 10 meters in length, Reed's vehicle worked on exactly the same principle. Looking like something out of a contemporary James Bond movie, in the air, RFS-1 was powered by a 65 horsepower engine and propeller mounted on a tall pylon behind the cockpit. When underwater, it was powered by a 1 horsepower electric motor, diving being accomplished by flooding the craft's fuselage and twin pontoons. The transition from flying to diving, however, was a less than elegant process, requiring the pilot to remove the propeller and seal off the engine pod using a rubberized cloth cover. The craft's open cockpit also required the pilot to use scuba gear to breathe while submerged. Nonetheless, on June 9, 1964, RFS-1 made the world's first and thus only full-cycle flying submarine flight over the Shrewsbury River, flying at 10 meters altitude before submerging and achieving a speed of 2 knots and a depth of 2 meters.
I said it before and I'll say it again. There are more planes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky.
Immense weight limited it to making short, low-altitude hops. Reed proved that a flying submarine was a workable proposition, inspiring dozens of future efforts to perfect the concept. In the same year as Reed's historic flight, the Proceedings of the U.S. Naval Institute published a study by naval hydrodynamics engineer Eugene Handler examining the feasibility of a flying submarine. As in Boris Ushakov's original 1937 concept, such craft were envisioned for use against enemy shipping in harbour or in closed, heavily defended waters like those of the Baltic, Black, or Caspian Seas. As the Navy article states, Handler writes of a possible craft with an operating depth of 25 to 75 feet, a submerged speed of 5 to 10 knots for 4 to 10 hours, airspeed of 150 to 225 knots for 2 or 3 hours, and a payload of 500 to 1,000
very tiny payload.
He says it is believed these characteristics can be attained within a vehicle weighing 12,000 to 15,000 pounds. A little flying sub might carry out its mission and take its crew back. It could, Handler says, fly from a favorable location.
You know what you'd have a better chance of accomplishing with modern technology? A drone flying sub that attacks from a river and it finds a tank, it drops a bomb, and then it retreats back to the river. You might have a better chance with that.
At minimum altitude to avoid detection by radar. At the completion of its underwater mission, it could travel as a submersible to a location best suited for takeoff, become airborne, and return to base. The Bureau of Naval Weapons has recently awarded a contract to the Convair and Electric Boat divisions of General Dynamics for analytical and design studies of the essential components and operational aspects of such a vehicle. In the same article, Handler also acknowledges the various technical and bureaucratic obstacles which had long held back the development of a flying submarine, stating that the development of a practical flying submarine prototype will be both complex and laborious, but the potential returns are substantial and valuable. Consequently, the concept of such a vehicle merits careful engineering examination rather than the overly optimistic accolade of a few imaginative enthusiasts and the simultaneous cold-shoulder denial of the hard-headed realist. Inevitably, like every other flying submarine project, Handler's concept also never made it off the drawing board. However, it may have directly inspired an iconic piece of pop culture. While developing the 1965 television series Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, producer Irwin Allen hired researcher Elizabeth Manuel to compile an archive of existing underwater technology on which to base the show's vehicles and props. Among the material Manuel uncovered in her research was the US Navy's flying submarine study, which is thought to have inspired the very similar Stingray-shaped vehicle prominently featured in the show and which first introduced the concept of the flying submarine to the general public. One of the fundamental flaws with the flying submarine concept is the need for a strong watertight compartment for the crew, which significantly increases the weight of the vehicle and makes it difficult to achieve flight. If the crew are eliminated altogether, however, then this particular engineering problem suddenly becomes a whole lot simpler. The first attempt to launch an unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV, from submarines was made in 1946, when a US-built version of the World War II German V-1 cruise missile called the JB-2 Loon was test launched from the deck of the USS Kursk. These experiments ultimately resulted in the development of the SMN-8 Regulus, the US Navy's first submarine-launched nuclear missile. While a significant leap forward, the Regulus was a fundamentally flawed weapon. Carried in special watertight compartments built into the submarine's hull, the Regulus could only be extracted and launched once the submarine had surfaced. This made Regulus-equipped submarines extremely vulnerable to detection and attack, just like the Japanese I-400 submarines before them. This problem was eventually solved by the development of Polaris and Trident ballistic missiles into the Tomahawk cruise missile, which could be launched while the submarine remained safely submerged. In 1991, the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, or START, signed by the United States and the Soviet Union, left the US Navy wondering what to do with half of its ballistic missile submarines whose nuclear payloads had been outlawed by the treaty. This resulted in a flurry of proposals for alternative non-nuclear weapons to occupy this considerable underwater real estate. Among these was Project Cormorant, first proposed in 2003 by DARPA, the Pentagon's Advanced Research Projects Agency. Officially designated the Multi-Purpose Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, or MPUAV, the Cormorant was a 6-meter-long jet-powered drone designed to be launched from a submarine missile tube. Pushed out of the launch tube by compressed air, the Cormorant would rise to the surface before being launched into the air by a pair of rocket boosters. The wings would then unfold, the jet engine inlet and outlet would open, and the vehicle would fly off on its reconnaissance mission, covering a distance of up to 800 kilometers. Upon completing its mission, the Cormorant would return and parachute into the sea, whereupon the launching submarine would deploy a remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, to attach a cable to the drone, allowing it to be winched back into its launch tube. While hardly the exotic convertible vehicle of Boris Ushakov and Donald Reed's imaginations, the Cormorant nonetheless solved the decades-long problem of combining the speed and maneuverability of an aircraft with the stealth of a submarine. Unfortunately, in 2008, the MPUAV project fell victim to budget cuts, and like all of its predecessors, the Cormorant was never built. Yet Ushakov's dream still lives on, and shortly after the cancellation of the project, the Naval Surface Weapons Center in Cedar Rock, Maryland, released yet another proposal for a true flying submarine. 6 meters long with a 30-meter wingspan, the vehicle was designed to carry 2 crew and 6 Special Forces troops up to 1,200 kilometers by air or 20 kilometers underwater. While it is yet unknown whether the Carderock flying submarine was ever built and tested, the fact that this absurd James Bond-esque vehicle continues to capture the imagination of naval designers after nearly a century just goes to show that sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. So I really hope you found today's video interesting.
Very interesting. I have seen a video where a guy makes like an RC powered whatchamacallit? RC powered I don't remember. It's flying submarine. And yeah, he got that to work. But I don't know. I feel like I can't help but feel like it's just because you are going from a very high pressure place where you need lots of strength to a lower pressure place where you need to be lightweight. And that's just not going to fly. And we all know why carbon fiber is or like plexiglass doesn't make for a good submarine, aka Titan submarine disaster. But yeah, I mean, I think the best you could do would be to have a single pod. You do not get this plane does not have VFR. It is a single pod that you're basically inside of. So you fly. It's fly by wire and it's fly by remote with screens and whatever. So you're at the mercy of your electronics, and that way the crew compartment is completely sealed. Okay. Everything else built around that would be the fuselage and stuff like that for for pumping in water, pumping out gas, and stuff like that. You would need a fair amount of fuel to do all of this. I just don't see it. It wouldn't be good at either of them. I think it's technically possible, but I just don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Chad, I gotta ask you a question. It's an important question. Do you mind if I drop Amnesia? I'm not really feeling it. Not worth the investment today, certainly, yeah. I agree with Spiper. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. I mean, you could theoretically make it work if you really put your mind to it and really decide to do it. You could get a technical submarine, submerge, surface, take off, land, resubmerge. You could theoretically do that. Would it be worth it? Probably not. Anyway, not worth the. Not saying might be true and maybe from the sound of it. I gotta be real. It's not scaring me. Like, there's high octane moments, okay, but I'm not feeling scared. Just like how when I played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, the effects of the simulated schizophrenia wasn't scary to me. It's just like annoying. You know what? Maybe maybe you guys are right. Maybe I'm just not made for horror games because it just doesn't do anything for me. I mean, when a game is hyped up being really, really, really scary, and then the character is being dumb, like, oh god, I have to use these found scavenged tinder boxes to light all these candles and torches instead of using the lantern that I can magically light up everywhere I go. What? It doesn't make sense. It's like a police officer in The Sims saying, I have to get inside this house, but I can't hop the picket fence. Terror like the start of that boss fight. That's the kind of fear I can appreciate in the games. I agree with you, Spiper. That beginning is that scared me. That is scary. But once the monster's revealed, it's not scary anymore. But you know, conversely, even in Amnesia, with the monster not being visible, but it's just a bunch of splashes in the water, I didn't feel scared. I just felt like, oh, okay, so it's an invisible monster, but it's revealed by the water. Whatever. I guess I'm just not made for horror games. I feel bad about this, because I like finishing the games I start, but if I'm not enjoying it, then I think the last time I dropped a game like outright was Sir Whoop-Ass. Because it just got so boring. Oh no! I remember, that one started to dox me because of an update that happened. That's right. That was before I knew you could change the your Steam name. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Amnesia, and next week it doesn't even feel like the water monster is watching you, or it'd attack you when you're on the roots. Right? Right? It's just the floor is lava. That's all it is. You could have had the same... It's just not that scary. You know, I wonder if I could make a scary horror game. Well... But... I generally don't like horror games because they just don't seem that scary. What would make a horror game actually scary? Like, one of the best live streams had to be when Joel of Varg Skeletor was doing that Voices of the Void thing. And most of the time it's pretty boring on purpose, but once in a while something scary does happen. But even then, I don't think I would be scared by that. You know what? I think I know what scares me. Boom. Yep, I figured it out. I figured it out, chat. I know what scares me. When I'm playing a sandbox game and a disaster threatens to destroy my town. That'll get me more sense of urgency and fear than a monster chasing me through a corridor. Yep. Yep. That'll do it. That'll do it. People say Minecraft can be scary on peaceful mode. The lack of contact makes them feel watched. Really? Doesn't make me feel that way. Whatever, if they insist. You know what? Maybe I'm just not as easily scared as other people are. Like, when I went to an amusement park, I went through one of their, like, haunted, like, mansion-type rides. And it didn't feel scary to me. Just, like, some of the jump scares were surprising, but it didn't make me feel like, oh god, what is happening? it didn't make me feel that way. Maybe I'm just numb. This feels odd. Then again, a lot of situations that tend to make my friends uncomfortable, I have like no reaction to. In fact, a lot of social situations that a lot of people would be embarrassed by, I'll just put myself out there and try. Huh? Is there something wrong with me? Wait, is there something wrong with me that? Maybe I'm on the spectrum or something. I mean, maybe. Do you find any parts of Myst 1 scary? The idea of getting a bad ending, that's kind of scary to me. I don't like getting bad endings. They make me upset. Myst 1 wasn't that scary, though. As a kid, I thought it was scary. Because, yeah, I felt like I was in places I wasn't supposed to be. I thought I'd get in trouble. Yeah, try and figure that one out. But, that, yeah. I know something that scared me. Seeing idiot YouTubers go to places like abandoned nuclear plants and just fucking around with stuff. That scared me. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the thing that scares me the most these days, you know what scares me the most these days, is watching Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. That is the scariest thing I can watch on YouTube or stream TV or movies, is one more gut punch on how horrible the world is getting and how there is nothing I can do about it. That scares me. That upsets me more than anything these days, is learning about there's one more thing about the world that's horrible and terrible and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, that's what scares me. That's what gives me more dread and existential, pain than any horror game or horror movie. It's the lack of agency. You can know about it, but you can't do anything about it. I just made myself depressed. Well, I don't know, guys. You know what? Before I get even more depressing, why don't we just call it here for tonight? I'll just do Twitch Plays D&D on, Korth is going again. I don't know them. I follow a bunch of these people, but I don't really know them. Well, we'll just raid Korth. He's only an hour and 45 into his stream. Yeah, good talking to you guys too. Anyways, guys, I want to say thank you to everyone who came by. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Alright, everybody. See you Thursday. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you later. Alright, bye-bye.